Hello students, now today we'll continue with exercise 9a, chapter 9 percentage from R.S. Agarwal book. So today I have selected three sums, question number 17, 18 and 21. So first of all, we'll start with question number 17. Now in question number 17 what we have, a value of a machine depreciates every year by 20%. That means every year value of machine depreciates. Now what is depreciates? Depreciates means decreasing. It decreases by 20%. Fine. In the next sentence it is given, if the present value of the machine is 1,60,000. Now present value of machine is given rupees 1,60,000. Okay, 1,60,000 is given. Now the question that they have asked, what was its value last year? Now just think for now that this is a present value. Now this is for 2021. Now the current value of a machine for year 2021 is 1,60,000. Now we have to find out the price of a machine last year, that is of last year, that is 2020. Fine. So we are not aware of the price. What was the price of the machine last year? So we have to assume that price. So let the price of a machine last year, this is what we have to find out, last year, be X. Fine. Now as far as the question, every year the value of machine depreciate by 20%, but we have to find it out. What is the value? What is the depreciate value of X? Isn't it? If the price of a machine is X, so what is the depreciate value? If I ask you that it decreased by 20%, so you have to know what is 20% of that price. So we will write depreciate value. So depreciate value, or you can write decreased value, that is 20% of X. That would be what? 20X by 100. So this is the price that will decrease. This price will be decreased. Now if I decrease this price from X, okay, so that price would be the final price for the next year, that is for 2021. Now this price is for what? X is a price for 2020. Okay, so this is the price, this was the price of machine in the year 2020, that is X. Now it will decrease by 20%. So what is 20% of this value? It is 20X by 100. Now we have understood that what price it will decrease, that is 20X by 100. Now we'll find out what will be the value after depreciation. So therefore, value after depreciation, that will be from X, we have to decrease this value. If you solve it, then LCM would be what? 1 and 100 LCM is 100. 100 ones are 100. There's a 100 divided by 1 is 100 only. 100 into X. 100 minus 20X. So it will be what? 80X by 100. And this is the price for the year 2021. Understood? So this is the price in the year 2021 after depreciation. So already the present value is given, that is 1,60,000, and this is also the present value after depreciation. Okay, so these two values are same only. This is also a price of a machine in the year 2021, and this is also a price of a machine in the year 2021. The only difference is that this is given the price is given with X respect, and this is the main value is given. So we'll compare it. So according to the problem, so these two values are same only. that is 80x by 100, that would be equals to 1,60,000. Fine. So now x would be equals to, we'll transpose this 180 towards this side. So 1,60,000 into 100 by 80. So if you reduce this, 8 20s are 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So the price would be what? X would be equals to rupees 2 lakh. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, that means the price of a machine in the year 2020 was 2 lakh, and after depreciation in the year the price of the machine became 1,60,000. Understood? So this is the solution of question number 17. Now let's move on to question number 18, students. In question number 18, we have an alloy which is a combination of copper, nickel and zinc. Okay, now consider this is an alloy. This is an alloy, and since this entire alloy is a combination of 3 different metals, so we'll divide this into 3 different groups. Okay, so this portion is 40%, this portion is 32%, and rest part is unknown. So 40% is what? Now question number 18, an alloy contains 40% of copper. So this entire portion is of copper. Okay students, this is of copper. This portion is nickel, and the rest part they have said it is of zinc. So this entire portion is of zinc. Now we have to find out what is the percentage of zinc is present in the alloy. So we'll find the first thing that we have to find out, percentage of zinc in the alloy. That would be equals to what? 100. If we consider this whole as 100%, so out of 100%, 40% is going to copper, 32% is goes to nickel, and the rest part will go to zinc. So 100 minus, we have to add up this two, that is 40 plus 32. So this would be equals to 100 minus 72, that would give us 28%. So the percentage of zinc in alloy is 28%. Okay, now let's move on to the next sentence. In the next sentence they have said, find the mass of a zinc. That means we have to find the mass of a zinc present in the alloy if the entire alloy is 1 kg. So mass of an alloy, we'll write mass of an alloy is equals to 1 kg. Now in place of 1 kg we can also write 1000 grams, isn't it? Now we have to find out the mass of zinc. Therefore mass of zinc. So what percentage of zinc present in alloy? It is 28%, isn't it? It is 28%. So we'll find 28% of the total mass of an alloy, that is 1000 grams. That is 1000 grams. So now 28% means 28 by 100 into 1000 grams. Fine. So now we will reduce these 2 zeros. So answer would be 280 grams. 280 grams. Okay. So the mass of zinc is 280 grams. And suppose if they would have asked what is the mass of copper, then you would have done 40 by 100 into 1000. If they would have asked what is the mass of nickel, then what we would have done? 32% of 1000 grams. Okay. So this is a solution of question number 18. Now let's move on to the last sum of today's session, that is question number 21. Now in question number 21, it is said that divide rupees 7,000 among A, B and C. Now this is rupees 7,000 is given, rupees 7,000, and this amount you have to divide among A, B and C. Okay, but how you have to divide, it is given in the next part of the question, that is divide rupees 7,000 among A, B and C such that A gets 50% of what B get and B gets 50% of what C gets. So this is the sequence that we have given. So A will get 50% of what B will get, and B will get 50% of what C will get. So you see all this two person, you can say A and B, is until unless you do not know what portion of money C is getting, you won't be able to find B's portion and C's shares also, isn't it? So what is the first share? The first share we have to let is C's share. So once we know the C's share, then we'll know the B's share, and then once we are done with the B's share, then we'll be easily then we can easily find out what is the A's share. Okay, so let the C's share be X. Now what B will get? 50% of what C has got. So B's share would be 50% of C's share, that is X. So that would be 50x by 100. We'll not reduce it, we'll keep it in this way. And what A will get? A will get 50% of what B has got. So A's share would be 50% of B's share. What is the B's share? 50x by 100. 50x by 100. Okay, so if you solve it, you'll get the value as 50% means 50 by 100 into 50x by 100. So that would be 2500 x by 110,000. Now we'll reduce these two zeros. So A's share would be what? 25x by 100. Okay. Now students, very important part. Now if I add up all the shares of A, B and C, it will sum up to what? 7,000, because we are dividing 7,000. So if I add the share of A, share of B and share of C, then the total share would be what? 7,000 only. So we'll write according to the problem or according to the question, A's share plus B's share, sorry, we are doing don't have place, C's share, and this whole would be equals to 7,000. Okay, A's share, B's share and C's share would be equals to 7,000. Now what is A's share? A's share is 25x by 100. What is B's share? 50x by 100. And what is C's share? It is X. That would be equals to 7,000. Now we'll get the LCM. So X is having 1 as a denominator, so it will be 100. 100 divided by 100 is 1, so it will be 25x. 100 divided by 100 is again 1, so it is 50x. 100 divided by 1 is 100. 100 into x is 100x. That will be equals to 7,000. Fine, so it will be what? 175x by 100 is equals to 7,000. Now x would be equals to 7,000 into 100 by 175. If you reduce this, then you will get the answer as 4,000 students. 4,000. Now you see the value of x is 4,000, isn't it? So x was whose share? X was C's share. So we'll write it down. C's share, share is equals to rupees 4,000. B's share is what? 50% of what C has got. C has got 4,000, and what is the 50% of 4,000? Obviously it is 2,000. Half, that is half. Half of 4,000 is what? 2,000. And the remaining amount will be given to A. That is, A share would be what? 4 plus 2 is what? 6. Now 6,000 minus 7,000 is what? 1,000. So A share would be 1,000. So this is your required answer, students. Okay. I hope all of you have understood this sum. Very important, students. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. God bless you all and stay blessed.